and making people bigger than life when they were actually men and women and children, then we're taking it beyond what it needs to be. Because what we're trying to do is bring the people together to make a stronger, what? Country. And before that, we need to have stronger, what? Families. So that we can have stronger neighborhoods and communities and regions. Today, this is a parliament for CeeTruth, but this is regional. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We have people here from other states and other parts of Connecticut. And that's a great thing. And we need to continue on with that. Yet we have an infrastructure to build, y'all. And that is more of your responsibility than being nation. And I don't want to just keep holding this up because this is a bookstore. So he should have all kinds of books in here. And y'all and everybody else that you know need to come and buy them. All right? So let's not get that part twisted. Yet we just use this is like just a prop that I could refer to. You know what I'm saying? Like they had the PowerPoint or the, you know, the other thing with the smart board and all that, you know. This is what I'm using here, just in frame of reference, because this is a wonderful picture of the Father. And actually, I guess this is just a different angle from him sitting down.
By the bell tower, right?
Yeah, and that's Mount Morris Park, which is called Marcus Garvey Park now. Yeah, just this particular angle, you know, I don't recall this picture. Yet he was a remarkable man, all right? Because... And what I want to just go to, and then I'm going to close, because, you know, everybody else got something to say or other business. But we just started from a conversation that this kind of spanned out, but I don't want it just to be, I'm the only one talking here. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Yet, I want to say this, that, you know, right and exact, and, you know, that's all of that. But also, you know, as being an educator myself, professionally, and, you know, street teaching for many, many years, to get people to follow something that you are passionate about is not an easy thing. All right? Now, none of us in this room, have seen the man physically. Yet, we are committed to go in accordance to the best of our ability on a path that he set. That's tremendous. All right? It's difficult, you know, I'm a classroom teacher. It's difficult if you don't have your A game or your skills to get children to sit still and learn something, you know, that's beneficial to them. So now we're talking about decades later, you know, people that were teenagers that are now in their 60s and 50s still holding true to principles that an individual shared with them. And let us remember now, all right, 64 to 69, that wasn't even June of 69, that's not even a whole year of 1969. You remember now, they took him to Mattawan, you know what I'm saying? He was gone for them, whatever, 16, 18 months, whatever that time period was, you understand? And then, now, then you look at that and you say, well, damn, how long I know my dad, if I know him? Or how long I know my mom, if I know her. Now, let's think about all the stuff that they gave me, or tried to give me, and I done known them for 20 and 30, 40 years or whatever, 15 years or whatever, 17 years. Now, this guy, this man, knew these people for less than 4 years total, and impacted them in such a way. That's remarkable.
True indeed.
You understand? So that is why our charge, those of us that came in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000s, because it's 2010 now, you know, your responsibility is not the responsibility that was given to those that were there or within the cipher when he left that evening and kept stopping the cab, as they told me, and kept getting out the cab and saying, carry on. Cab go down the street a little bit. He gets to stop the cab again. He get out and say, carry on. All right? They was given that charge. Okay? I'm sure the people that introduced you to the knowledge, they talked about building yourself, you understand, and about control, community control, and improving your community, and those types of things. And that is really our charge, that we are here to play a particular role within the nation. Yet that which was already cast, meaning what was here before we came, that's not our responsibility to fix that. And maybe I'm not fully clear on what I'm saying. Yet, I'm going to give you case in point. The parliaments have changed for the better. And I encourage everyone to go to the parliaments. Because now, the brothers that came from the cipher in the 60s that was around the Father, all right, they are back. Okay? And all that patent place and personal problems and all the woman problems and man problems and all that other stuff that people was trying to interject into the parliament, that separation and that division and the nation need and all this other venom that was being spit, that's done. It's not happening no more. Over. All right? Put to bed. All right? That had its time, and that has manifested in season, and that fruit is no longer, sprouting weeds or, some type of apple or whatever, Granny Smith or, whatever kind of one you like or don't like. It ain't there no more like that. All right? That's their responsibility because it was left to them. So us, and it's no separation. See, because when people, they get on that. They get on that real quick. When you start talking about the fact that each of us need to play our position. There's a bunch of stars, and they make up a constellation. Ain't no one less than the other. They all stars. They're all up there.
Oh, indeed.
But when you start saying that to people, start getting uncomfortable, and you know why that is? Because we let it happen. Because when the man first, he ain't tell them they was God. He talked about them being brothers and to learn your brother. But when he knew the hit was on, that's when he started educating them about other things so that they could make it through. You understand? That's why when, they say peace Allah, you turn around and say peace Allah. They ain't get it. They thought it was different because he was an older man and everything that they didn't know, he knew. So they didn't really understand that whole piece of it. But he was trying to let you know that it ain't no separation. And that he was only their older brother. You see? So them, as some of y'all try to, and they don't like this either. And I was raised up around them. You know what I mean? But they got me by 10 years and, 9 years, 11 years and 12 and all like that. You know what I mean? And because I was there, even though I was the youngest one coming from Mass like that, 16, 15, 17 years old when they was 20-something and all like that, we lived through certain experiences together. So they would say, oh, yeah, you know about this? Yeah, but I have to remind them now because of the fact that I'm only soon to be 51 and they 58 and 9 and 61 and 62 and all that. No, I'm not 60. No, I'm not. Hold up. No. No. I was there with y'all, but remember now. You know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm making is they don't like to be called elder. That's a church term. All right? And that's that whole separation thing that people done, subtly. Oh, yeah, the elder, the older God. And then it went to him, and then now all of a sudden, you know what I mean? It's publicized. The elder said, oh, crap, excuse me. They don't like that. All right? And that's what I'm saying with the man, as they told me, he just wanted to I'm your brother. You understand? So, and that's where, because for a minute there, I kind of shifted. And just to complete that, when I was talking about the various 21st century ways, it's the personalized, you know what I mean, connection that this is about. This is what people dealing with all the human families. So it's okay if your introduction was faceless, meaning that, well, I got the lessons off the internet because the brother that I met in college, he didn't come back that semester and he ain't leave me but with the 1 to 10. So God, I got my da-da-da-da-da. Okay, that's fine. That's your story. I'm not knocking that, and that's okay. Yet this is personalized. This is a personal connection. This is dealing with people. This is dealing with all the human families of the planet Earth. And when I was here, wasn't no Asian brothers or sisters.